Here with Merrimack head coach Joe Gallo following a 61-60 loss to Marist on Sunday afternoon. Coach, can we start with an opening statement on your team's effort this afternoon?
Great effort. I have no issue with the effort. I thought both teams played extremely hard, as advertised. I'm actually kind of shocked either team even got to 60, right, the way both teams defend. They made one more play than we did, unfortunately. That's how it goes. But, two really good teams ending in a score that two really good teams score should end in. I thought we lost Pascal early a couple times, right? And that was my biggest thing to the team is they made the game a lot harder on Bud than we made it Pascal early. And even though we obviously play zone, we don't usually let a guy like that get 10 threes off, right? We're lucky he only made 3. Right down to the end, it's like when you have a guy that's, a team like that where primarily one guy takes, half their threes, you got to know where he is at all times. And I thought in the first half we could have maybe extended a lead a little if we just didn't give him point to wing threes. And then he got a point to wing 3. I know it was a deep one, but I don't care if he's sitting at half court. When you got one guy that can beat you, we got to be better than that late shot clock.
Open up the questions.
I felt like Marist was making a point of trying to shoot earlier in the shot clock than maybe some of the other opponents we've seen to try to maybe throw, even when they were getting not great looks, to just throw the ball up there. What did you make of that? Did you feel like that was kind of what you saw as well?
Yeah, I think the longer you have it, there's a better chance that we get to your basketball and turn you over. So, we probably led to, they were 22 for 54, right? Probably took some quicker ones than they used to. But then on the flip side is they did a good job on the backboards in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. They only had 1 offensive rebound in the first half, and they finished with 13, right? And I know, our rebounding number, because of how many more shots we usually take than our opponent, because of turnover margin, is usually, we have games where we win by 18 and we're minus 20 on the glass. So it's not always a stat that's indicative of the game. This one in particular, I thought they came up with huge rebounds down the stretch where we could have put them away. We guarded their first shot, right, and it led to some fouls, and it's just what refs do on an offensive rebound. The next shot is almost a foul 95% of the time because there's so many arms and bodies in there. So, probably a good strategy to get a shot up, try and get on the glass. But I thought we did a great job in the first half, and then just let our guard down a little bit down the stretch.
You talked about there being one more play. It seemed like in the first half and in the second, you got really good looks consistently. You just couldn't make a shot or two here, string together. You got one, and then Matt would get it on one, or Devin would get it on one, or Sean got a couple of good looks. And is there anything you attribute that to, or just, hey, the ball just didn't go in? Because I felt like, we talked a lot about you're getting the looks you want, the ball's just not going in.
Yeah, I think they do a pretty good job of helping recover, right? So, when it's a couple of those right in front of our bench, I thought they got good contests and some good looks in the first half, but second half, some of those shots we might have to shoot a little faster than we normally do. But Matt's deep one late, that's a shot. He shoots better from 35 feet than he does from 25 feet. But yeah, I just thought they really good defensive team. They make it tough for you. I think both teams in the second half picked up the tempo a little bit and tried to attack each other early. Right? They're so good in their man-to-man principles that you can't come down and walk it up and point people all over the place, and then they're sitting in your gaps. So we tried to get into offense a little bit faster ourselves in the second half, and I think that opened it up for a little more stuff around the basket, some other shots.
Coming off the 2 losses now, back-to-back this week, what do you have to do to figure it out next week? Friday, Sacred Heart, and Hamilton Court.
Yeah, stay together. This time of year, you'll see some teams start to go separate ways, and other teams, stay together. I just told these guys, we don't have a locker room that's worried about this. I just wanted to make it clear. Your stats don't change at this point of the year, right? The sample size is too small, or too big the other way, I should say. So I told them, oh, go ahead. If you're stat lookers, which I don't think we have a ton of stat lookers, go ahead and look at our box score, and I'll bet you whatever you want to bet that you're